Without a doubt, Sherlock Holmes wasn't a restrained Victorian gentleman. So I wanted to know more about his wild nature. Luckily, the author and historian Kate Williams has agreed to tell me about the great detective's dark side.
I think we have this vision of Sherlock Holmes as rather dry, as this man and his deer stalker who lives in Baker Street and someone for all the family. But really, this is a scandalous man. He's a drug addict, he breaks the law, he's wild, he's bohemian, and he lives in absolute tip. I mean, this is the time when we imagine it all being terribly respectable, but really, Holmes is a fantasy-esque figure. He's living on the edge.
These books were being published at a time when there were huge advances in education, a huge rise in literacy. So people were beginning to devour the publications, the magazines, the novels and things. And also there were great advances in printing, wasn't there?
Conan Doyle was in the right place at the right time. This is a great upsurge in newspapers, in magazines, in cheap books, and the demand for this type of book as well. Literacy and novels, it's no longer something for the leisured upper classes, for ladies to show off their literacy. As literacy grows, servants, the entirety of the Victorian working mass, they want to read stories, and most of all what they want are stories about murder. True
yes,
crime.
The salacious, the
exactly.
sensational
yes, true
crimes.
crime was hugely popular. And what's very interesting about Victorian London is that the autopsy reports, we would find them shocking because they are so specific in terms of exactly what is done to these women. And there are a lot of theories saying...
Were they published? Were those reports,
yes,
those descriptions published?
You could read them. Whereas for us, we would be more interested perhaps in the sexual aspect. You know, did he attack these women? Did he rape these women? Did he use them as prostitutes? That, for the Victorians, no mention of it. What they're fascinated by are the bloody, gory details. They don't care about sexual crimes. They want to read about murder. And there were lots of jokes saying that there are all these books being published for housemaids with their feet in the fire and coachmen who just want to sit there reading about the latest shocking crime in the back streets. They loved it. So what Conan Doyle, in a sense, is giving us is these mysteries solved, because no one knew who did so many of these crimes. So there were so frequently crimes that were just never solved, particularly of low-class people. No one even bothered. But Conan Doyle over and over again keeps showing us that these crimes can be solved and the world can be understood, whereas that wasn't what the Victorians found at all.